So video game. This video is going to be about pretty much the overview of how I feel about the game. Right now I am in a official championship series, going for a trophy win championship with Ryan Dungy in the official championship series. I've already started playing the game. I'm a prestige level 90 something, so it's been a while. This race is just to get the trophy, like this championship, so it's on. I didn't mess with any of the settings for the race options, so they're on easy. It's medium track length, or race length. It's one shot only, so it's not full weekend like I've been doing the career. I actually got the career reset on me because apparently I was racing with a 450 in the 250 West division, which was, I thought was weird, but I thought it was like a glitch. Apparently I was actually racing a 450 against 250s. It corrupted the data, reset the game on me. So I don't care. It let me keep all the stuff I bought, kept my credits and my prestige level. As you can see, I'm not the best at the game. I just started playing it really today. But the game overall as a whole isn't that bad of a game. Oh, give me 1 second. I'm gonna go ahead and turn down my game volume. That way I can hear myself a little bit so I don't feel like I'm yelling. But the game itself as a whole isn't really that bad of a game. There are some bugs that I'm not too fond of, and that is the AI. The AI in this game is ridiculous. Like, I don't know what Milestone did with them, but they're nothing like MXGP3's AI, in my opinion, because I don't know if it's because of the smaller tracks or whatnot, but they quite literally try to cut the track and it doesn't work out for them. They just cut really tight on some tracks and drop tough blocks in the middle of like rhythm lanes and stuff and straightaways, and it's ridiculous. If you're coming on full fifth gear pinned down a long straightaway and you're gonna go hit your rhythm, you know, you gotta be weary a little bit about whether the tough blocks have been kicked out by these AI or not, and it's really finicky. And I know on A2, on Anaheim 2, they really have a bad habit of cutting right in front of the finish line jump and knocking tough blocks into the finish line jump to where you have to either tread the outside or cut the track to get through the finish line jump without hitting those tough blocks. And it's a real big mess. But as far as the game itself goes, yeah, it needs some work. As far as this gameplay itself, I don't know. I'm not, like I said, I should be two seasons through the 250 West already, but it reset me. But from what I noticed, is that you can't. So far, I don't know if it changes, and somebody can correct me if I'm wrong, but so far you can't ride for official teams, which I think kind of sucks, because I would like to ride on the Pro Circuit Cowie team or the TLD KTM team, or, you know, whatever choice you may have. But so far you can't. You know, you can only do sponsors, and the sponsors completely change the bike, like the way it looks. They put their own livery on the bike, so you really can't ride with, you know, a red Honda unless you get, like, I think it's Nut Up, or Alpine Stars has a red and white one, which actually looks pretty sick. But I mean, you know, that's, I don't know if it changes, like, you know, say I finish this career and I win the championship and I want to stay in a 250, do I get to choose an official team? I don't know. That's just little things I've noticed here and there so far. You know, I've done some online racing, and I will say it definitely is better to do online racing with no collisions, because racers tend to be assholes in this game. I've got taken out so many times, and it's just because they're going for it. It's not even like incidental contact. They just go for that stuff, man. And it's really annoying. But I've had people try to take me out with no collisions on, and it's just like, man, just race. Although I did have a really good race in Vegas, and then my brother called me and I answered the phone and gave up a podium position. I probably should have just ignored my brother and just taken the podium position. The race was almost over anyway. But yeah, I mean, as you can see from the graphics and the physics on the game, you know, it's not terrible. The graphics look really good in my opinion. I've seen some people's videos about the game. They don't like the graphics or the physics of the game very much, but I think, you know, as much as people like to say it's like a carbon copy of MXGP3 just thrown on Supercross tracks, I don't think that to be true, you know, one bit. You know, the whip motion looks a lot better and a lot more smooth in this game. You know, but that's, yet again, it's just my opinion. It's actually really easy to time rhythms. You know, easier than I thought it was going to be, because when I saw the previews of the game, when the trailers and release footage was coming out for the game and everything, you know, it looked like it was gonna be hard to time them, because you just overjump everything. And I know I'm overjumping a lot of stuff right now, but that's just because that's for sake of just playing the game. I've done that whole lap. I don't even know how many other laps I've done just in second gear, and I'm not even really putting much throttle into it, you know. But that's with the 450s. The 250s are way easier in this game to time rhythms, to do whatever you want, pretty much. Except some like the Honda, some longer triples or longer doubles, you have really hard times with that Honda, and if you don't get a good drive with it, it sucks. Like, I use my fully maxed out CRF 250, and just has a lot of trouble. Oh, and there's a mistake. And let me get back on the track. That's another thing that irritates me, is these tough blocks are so close together that if you get on the track, you have to fight your way into the track. I had one time I was trying to get back on the track in the middle of a race, and I pushed a tough block out of the way, and my bike hopped up onto the tough block, and I hit the gas, and I got stuck floating on the tough block and fell off, and I was like, are you kidding me? This is ridiculous. You know, the AI is pretty much one line. You know, they'll take multiple lines, but if you get in their way, they are not stopping for you. They're not trying to go around you, nothing. Like, they don't have any sense of awareness, pretty much. Like, they're really just, you know, I'm programmed to go this way, so I'm only going this way. And that kind of sucks too, mainly because if you try to cut underneath them and they T-bone you, they're T-boning you till you fall, or until you get out of the way, if you can get out of the way. But man, it's still not even that bad. I did rage quit from a career race on this second go around, because no matter what I did, I just couldn't get away from getting T-boned by the AI, and it was just, they kept putting me on the deck, and I was just getting frustrated, so I just retired from it, took the 25-point deficit, and I think I'm only like 25 points behind the leader, because they had bad races that race, I guess. Alright, let's get back on track here. Most of my complaints with this game are about the AI, or about the tough blocks and track reentry. There's nothing super serious that I don't like with the game. I am racing manual mode, so if you see me bounce it off the rev limiter, it's because I'm not paying attention to where I'm at. I think the control is really, you know, really smooth as opposed to MXGP3. Like the KTM, like what I'm riding now, I could not control that bike to save my life in MXGP3. It seems like they tamed it down a little bit, or they made their controls a lot smoother to the point to where, you know, I don't want to say that they made all bikes equal, because they did not make all bikes equal by any means, as explained with the CR250 that I was talking about earlier. But definitely I feel a lot more confident and a lot more smooth riding with this KTM than I did riding with the MXGP3 KTM. But that's just my personal preference. I know a lot of people in GP2, GP3 that, you know, could ride the dog crap out of a freaking KTM, and, you know, that's just how they do it. But I swear, my brother's calling me right now about this damn iPhone that I don't really care about right now. He can wait. Yeah, but the KTM is a lot more smooth than in this game than it was in GP3, in my opinion. You know, it's still got a huge power band. So you do have to be you have to be careful with it. Like second gear, I'm almost launching quads on accident. Like I'm not even, like I said, I'm not even really popping the throttle hard. I'm just feathering it a little bit. You do have pretty good air control in this game as opposed to GP3, GP2. If you lean back in the air, it actually leans pretty far. If you lean forward, it leans pretty far. All these whoop sections you could rail in fifth gear. If you hit it straight on, you're gonna track through there at 50, 60 miles an hour through those whoop sections. If you hit them kind of cockeyed, you better be careful, feather that throttle, because if you don't, you're gonna be swapping side to side, get the famous huckabuck, get the hell out of there. Like, you're gonna fall. And that's it for that race. I am going to show you what the after race screen looks like. As you can see in the top right corner, I'm a level 93. I have played the game a little while. It definitely takes some getting used to. You know, I've done all this today, off and on playing. You know, so the default settings for the official thing is, you know, medium race distance, which is 10 minutes plus a lap. The AI are on really easy, I believe. You know, and it's one shot, but not a big deal. You get bonuses for the whole shot, everything, blah blah blah, like normal, and then you get the prestige reward, which is pretty nice. Maybe we'll see if we can if we get anything for it. Do we get anything at 94? 95? Okay, see, now I unlocked butt patches. There we go. Fearless and was up. You know, it's cool stuff like that, and then you can track your progress here to where you can get these things. I believe it comes with, I believe that's a title, what's that called? The title, something. I'll go over it later. And then a butt patch, but I don't know if those are, I think they're butt patches. I didn't pay attention to them very well. Things in this game are also a lot more expensive. Like a helmet is 50,000 credits, but getting 50,000 credits is easy when you once you start getting used to the game. You know, 50,000 credits, I can get that just in qualifying almost. So, you know, at first it sounds like, oh my god, I'm never going to be able to get anywhere, and then it turns into, oh, this is easy peasy. I've been having this problem a lot lately too, where it does this loading thing, and then it'll say something about can't communicate or something stupid, and then you just hit proceed, and it does what it says it can't do, but it just tells you it can't do it and takes a while to do it. Quite ridiculous. So while it's loading, I don't have, okay, profile upload failed, but it'll upload my profile, no problem. So I don't know why it says that, even though it does do what it, like, it's just ridiculous and stupid. My difficulty, it's I just started the official thing because I want to get the trophy for complete the official championship, or win the official championship with Ryan Dungey. So I didn't mess with any of the difficulty things, so I think they're on like really easy. They're on like the easiest setting. But when I race on career mode, and I'll back out of this and I'll start it over if I have to. I don't know what the logistics of it are, but I'll back out of this and exit the main menu, and I'll kind of go over some of the customization things with you guys, give you guys an idea of how the feel is. It does this nice opening thing that I'm going to skip through because I suck. Retire from event, because why not? I'll be ranked, blah blah blah, whatever.
That was definitely
gonna make. Can I not exit to main menu? I think it's gonna put me in the next race. This might be bad. I might have to close the app and restart it. You know what? I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna close the app and restart it, so bear with me.